Welcome back to WealthCarePro. I'm Janish, and in our last episode, we had a really honest chat about why so many of us, despite working incredibly hard, often find ourselves financially stuck, stressed, or just wondering where all our money disappears to. We talked about that big gap in our education when it comes to personal finance. And as I said, acknowledging the problem is the first step. But today, we are moving forward. Today is all about the solution because the good news is there is a path out of that cycle. It's not some mad secret or get rich quick scheme. Those things rarely work. Instead, it's a straightforward, practical framework. And I truly believe from my own experience and from what I've learned that there are really only 4 fundamental steps between feeling broke and building genuine, lasting financial well-being. Just 4. And I'm going to walk you through them right now. When I say framework, I mean a solid structure, a reliable guide that you can follow no matter where you are starting from. Whether you are deep in debt, just about managing, or already doing okay but want to do better, these principles apply. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't just start throwing bricks together randomly, would you? You need a foundation, then the walls, and then the roof, all in the right order. It's same with your finance. These 4 steps build on each other to create something strong and sustainable. That's very important. It has to be really sustainable. So without wasting much time, let's get into the steps. Step number 1, this is the absolute foundation, and honestly is the one most people, myself included, for the longest time either skip, ignore, or just do half-heartedly, and that is track your spending. I can almost hear some of you groaning already. Oh no, tracking. It's tedious, it's boring, I don't have time. I get it, I really do. It can feel like a chore, but let me tell you, this step is an absolute game changer. It's like turning the lights on in a dark room. For years, I thought I knew where my money was going. Obviously, I had a rough idea, rent, food, a bit on the petrol for the car, the odd evenings out for dining out. But when I finally committed to actually tracking every single euro for a month, and we will talk about how to do this simply in the next episode, I was genuinely shocked, gobsmacked actually. It was the little things, of course, but it was also the bigger patterns. For instance, I discovered I was still paying for a couple of subscriptions that we barely used anymore. You know how it is, you sign up for something like Netflix or Amazon Prime Videos, thinking everyone will use them. But then you realize the kids are mostly on YouTube and you're hardly watching them yourself. That was money just trickling out every month, completely unnoticed until I started tracking properly. It's your financial detective work. You cannot change what you do not acknowledge. And obviously, you cannot make a plan for your money if you don't have a crystal clear picture of where it's actually going right now. This isn't about judging yourself, it's about gathering information. And it's very crucial. Once you have tracked your spending and you have the honest picture, it might be a bit uncomfortable at first, that's normal. Then you can move to the step number 2, which is fix bad money habits. Like my tracking revealed some very bad habits for me. We all have them, maybe it's an emotional spending. One of my biggest culprit was impulse buying, especially with those tempting special buys. When you go to some kind of stores like Aldi or Lidl, you might be there just to buy a bottle of milk or some ingredients for the dinner, and you walk past that middle aisle, and then there it is, an amazing deal on something you don't specifically need right now, but do you think, oh, that could be useful in the future, it's a great price and I'm not going to get that price again, and so you buy it. I can't tell you the amount of stuff I bought like that over the last couple of years. Many kitchen gadgets, many tools, DIY tools, bits and bobs for the houses. And what happened? Last year I had a massive clear out. So much of it was brand new, never used, or maybe used only once. I gave a lot of items away for free through AdWords. Honestly, some of the things I had to just recycle. All that money just sitting there unused. That was a real wake-up call for me, a habit that needed a change. And then there were those subscriptions I mentioned. Once tracking flagged them, fixing that habit was as simple as going online and clicking cancel on the one we weren't using. Instantly, that money was freed up as well. Fixing this habit isn't about depriving yourself all joy. It's about becoming conscious of your triggers and patterns. For me, with the special buys, it meant learning to ask myself, do I need this right now? Do I have a specific use for it this week? If the answer was no, I had to train myself to walk away. It's about redirecting that money from things that don't truly serve you or just end up as a clutter towards things that will build your future. And again, we will dive deeper into practical strategies for this in the future episode. Okay, this is where things start to get really powerful. Once you know where your money is going, which I mentioned in step 1, and you have started to plug the leaks and make more conscious spending choices, which I mentioned in step 2, you will begin to free up some money. And that brings us to the step number 3, build your savings and investment engine. This is about making your money start working for you instead of you always working for it. It begins with building a solid savings habit, starting with an emergency fund, which is absolutely critical for weathering life's unexpected storms. Think of it as your financial safety net. Obviously, with the rising cost of living, having that buffer is more important than ever. And then it's about looking beyond just basic savings and starting to explore investing. Now, I know the word investing can sound intimidating or like something only for the very wealthy. Believe me, I thought that too, but it doesn't have to be. It can be as simple as regularly putting small amounts, whatever you have, into things like index funds or ETFs, which we will definitely demystify in the later episodes. The key is to make your money grow over time, leveraging the power of compounding. Compounding is another magic. We will have to cover it in one more episode. This step is where you shift from just surviving to actually building wealth. So this is the wealth building step. And that leads us to the final crucial piece of the puzzle. Step number 4, stay consistent. You can have the best plan in the world, but if you don't stick with it, it won't make a difference. Building wealth, achieving financial freedom, it's a marathon. It's just not a sprint. It takes time to build wealth. There will be good months and bad months. There will be times you feel like you have slipped up or life throws you a curveball. And it will definitely, but that's just life, The key is not to get discouraged and to give up. It's about getting back on track, making small but regular contributions to your savings and investments, regularly reviewing your budget, and making adjustment as your life changes. It's about patience and perseverance. This isn't about becoming a millionaire overnight. It's about building sustainable habits that will serve you for the rest of your life. It's about getting rich slowly, but also staying rich because you have built that solid foundation. So there you have it. And the 4 steps. The step number 1 is track your spending. Know where your money is truly going. Step number 2, fix bad money habits. You make some kind of conscious choices aligned with your goals. Third step is build your savings and investment engine. Make your money work for you rather than you work for the money. The last step is stay consistent. Play the long game. This framework isn't magic, but it is powerful because it's practical. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your financial life. And remember, that first step, tracking your money, is often the hardest to start, but the most revealing. Don't skip it because I'm talking from my personal experience. Now that you understand the framework, are you ready to tackle step number 1 today? In our next episode, episode number 3, we are going to dive deep into how to track your money effectively without it taking over your life or making you want to pull your hair out. I'll share some simple methods I use, the tools that are readily available, and tips for making it as painless as possible. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, and most importantly, make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell clicked so you don't miss episode number 3. It's a practical starting block for everything else. Thanks for being here. Remember, small steps can lead to big changes. I'll see you in the next video.